Okay, I need to drink water real quick. I didn't do my vocal exercises today because I'm a moron. And I was too busy talking to Rumi. And I should have done my vocal exercises. We still miss the Mello balls? Well, I do too, man. I'm just cracking up at a woman without balls is an angel without wings. I'm so sorry, dude. I'm a fallen angel. I got no balls. I only simply got pussy. That's why I lose my battle with spiders all the time, because I simply don't have the balls to be able to take them, man. Echo! Hi, Echo! Dude, I'm just gonna say you're cool, and then that way when I say it, it's just gonna end up echoing, so then that way you'll hear it a bunch of times. So I can be like, you're cool, 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 cool. And then that way it can be really cheesy, but you know what? Everybody likes more cheese, just like everybody likes echoes. Thank you, though. Oh, so you guys are liking this one, huh? Hell yeah. Welcome. Apparently, we are starting off strong with Touch by Big Wild. But yeah, holy fuckeroni, this is nice, dude. We came in with our private airplane, so clearly one of us is making those big dollar bills here. We have this pristine-ass water. Holy fucking shit. You know what? The overalls are fucking coming off, man. I am enjoying this. I will give a hug, thank you, and mwah, smoochie. What's happening, Team B? Does the plane function? I mean, we can try. Something tells me that the second I'm gonna try and walk on this shit, I'm gonna fall, and then you can laugh at me, but I'll give it a shot. It didn't. Holy shit, that's great. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna let me up any farther. They have decided that the anime girl should not be a pilot. I cannot blame them inside of that decision making here, so we'll leave that there. Good night. Enjoy your shower and go get some good snoozing, homie. But mwah, big smoochie. This will surely help you get your pilot's license. See, what will help you get your pilot's license is you just have to sit there and just be like, you know, if I become a pilot, I can end up flying over to the girl's house when she says that her parents aren't home. I feel like a lot of ways to be able to motivate people is you just dangle something that they want inside of their face, and then they end up just getting really excited to have said thing. Like for me, I decided to start exercising so one, I could look like the goddess that I am, and two, so I could have the demons stop trying to haunt me at night. And you know what's working? That rather than the demons coming and being like, kill yourself, the demons are instead having me have sex dreams at night. So progress, people, we're doing shit. So I would say that's always good. But I think in general, and I was learning this from the man who was talking about man behavior. This dude was talking about the fact of like, and I don't know if this is real. I want to make sure if you guys are saying that this is not the case, let me know. But this dude was saying for men, you just have to sit there being like, you know, I would really like it if you were a pilot, and boys will just be like immediately running over to the store to go buy a pilot's license. And obviously you can definitely get those at your local Walmart, but I still find that very funny. Is that accurate though, where if a girl's just like, I don't know, I really like X thing, you just sit there being like, I must do X thing? I feel like it's probably 50-50, but yes, we got one, yes! If she says that, and if you can get to her house and safely land a plane, you think she lives at the airport? Hey, airports are fun. They got a lot of space, they got a lot of food, you get to people watch, it's good stuff. Men are simple, so yes, not accurate, but not inaccurate. I feel like it would. Horny men will do lots of dumb things. Yes, that one is accurate. I cannot even begin to express how many times I've heard from either friends or a friend of friends where a girl's just like, I'm horny. And a man will just be like, that is the sound. My people need me. And he will just start hiking for 8,000 miles until he's just like, woman, I am here. And she's like, oh my god, thank you. And then they end up doing their stuff. I know a man where this is a friend of a friend situation, but one of my friend's roommates ended up driving like 3 to 4 hours in a blizzard because he got a hookup on Tinder, and he was just like, I must slay this pussy. I must. Driving 3 hours in a Midwest blizzard is fucking insane. But he fucking did it. it. And I am fascinated by that. You may do something similar, but not go all the way and learn how to fly. See, I'm always a big fan of if it's something that you're actually interested in, and if it's something that's going to benefit your life, why not do it? At that point in time, it's really like not too bad, especially if it's not a major commitment. However, if all of a sudden she's just like, you know, I would really like it if you were a pro wrestler and you have no interest in wrestling and don't want to get that swole, that's at the point where if you started to do it, I'd just be like, buddy, every single woman, most women I should say, have a fucking hoo-ha between your legs that will just slurp up your dongle. Like, go find another one. It really should not be that difficult. Been there? I feel like a lot of people have been there before. I'm sorry that you have, though. But she horny? Oh no! See, that's what you're thinking with your second head. Top head's just going like, dude, we don't need to do this, man. It's a blizzard. My car's shit. Our tires are smoother than my brain. And the fucking second brain is just gonna be sitting there like, do it. Slay the pussy. You are going to be known across the land as Pussy Slayer 9000. You must. And it's so fucking funny. You make getting ass sound easier than it is. See, getting ass through a dude is definitely easier, but I'm just talking about the fact in general of like, if you are in that position, you can actually go through and do it. Women are a lot more complicated because I think that the rule of thumb at the end of the day for both men and women is like, if they want you, they will show it and they will just be happy with whatever you do. But if they don't want you, then you're gonna have a rough go, I think. It really isn't that easy. Probably not. Everyone knows the second brain is the stronger one. Yeah, that one lifts. His name is Chad. He doesn't go to this school, but he clearly just knows the principal and is able to rule over absolutely everybody. Sister is in a long-distance relationship. She had a friend drive her to another city so she can get laid. Dude, people when they're horned up will do literally fucking anything, and it is wild to me what people will end up doing. Zed, how you doing? Dude, you might got biceps, but I got... You see that right there? There's fucking nothing. It's because I got room for you inside of my life. Ayo. Thank you so much, though, homie. I appreciate you for following. I appreciate you for following so much. I'm showing you my better side. But thank you and welcome, welcome. Also, Alucard. Hi, Alucard. How are you? You got a bougie name. You are a vampire or vampire slayer, correct? I have not seen Is it Helsing? I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong. I am a little bit canonically stupid, but I know enough to know that you are a cutie patootie. So thank you. It's a pug name. Is he a pug name? Oh, Castlevania. Yeah. He's the son of Dracula. Pog. Oh, Wooey, how you doing? Welcome, Wooey. It's always nice to see you. Hello. Wait, hang on. Hello. There, that was a little bit better. But thank you. You've heard that we can get kisses here. Well, sometimes you can. Like a lot of other ladies, sometimes when you see a cute dude across the room, you just gotta do a quick little mwah. You just shoot one out his way and see how it ends up working. You're a small neat and you got laid. If you can do it, or if I can do it, you can do it too. Yay! Now, honestly, I am a firm believer, and I still think this for a lot of people. If you are honestly just a relatively chill dude who just respects ladies and is just like, I don't know. I'm trying to find a good way to put it. You just gotta be somebody that the ladies feel comfortable with and whatnot. There's a lot of the times where girls will just be like, yeah, okay, I like you. This is chill. I'm not a drug dealer with kisses. Oh my god, I need a trench coat for that to just be like, whoop-ah! You think I was gonna flash you, but the only thing that I'm flashing you are these guns, baby! Yeah! I am so fortunate I am not a man. Oh my god. I can imagine myself doing that. If I was ever like an actual YouTuber just sitting out with a trench coat and doing whatever fucking bullshit and just going, well, bam! You like these guns, motherfucker? That's so cringe. I love it. Thank you again, though, Wooey. I gotta give you a big fat hell yeah! Here, I'll give a hug, too. Now that'll be $25, please. If the girl at the fucking conventions can pay $15 for people to, you know, have her step on them, I can get $25 for a hug. Would you pay me $25 for a hug? I actually don't want to know the answer to that question because I would give out hugs for free. Well, I'd be in jail probably. Yes? Why the fuck are you saying yes? yes, hang on. There, you get one for free. And oh, what's this? We get a fucking 2-for-1 deal because it's a late night commercial, baby. So yeah! Good. Somebody did. I still just think it's funny that people will go through and do that stuff. But you know what? If they're enjoying it, and if they got enthusiastic consent and just want to have an anime girl be like, boop, it is all fucking Gucci. Aw, thank you, Q-Yushin. You are cute is what you are. Thank you so much for the subbies, homie. I gotta give you a big, a fat, a mighty, a powerful. Mwah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. How much for head pats? I gotta put on my thinking cap for this for a second. I'm gonna give you a bargain here. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so you better be willing to drive through a blizzard for my hands to grace your fucking scalp. But I'm gonna do it for you. For free. There you go. I hope that you enjoy, homie. Hell yeah. Stream lagging? It was lagging for a quick second. It seems to be back up to normal now. Minotaur? Dude, it's because you are mine. Ooh, ew. I get lost in a maze with you any day. But it's so nice to meet you. Thank you, thank you. Whoa, we got another fucking hug? Wowzers. I'm gonna make sure that this is the best, the brightest, the most brilliant, enchanting hug. Thank you. We got another homie too. Red, how you doing? Hello. If you get to be red, I get to be blue because it matches my eyes color, and then that way they always say that opposites attract. So, well, I actually think on the color scale though, it'd be red and green, which is Christmas, which is how you make me feel on the inside, baby. Hell yeah. Thank you, and welcome, welcome. Stream lags from subs. Yeah, I've known that it's done that for a while. I might just have to undo the, what's it called? The streamer thingy, and then afterwards it should be okay. On my end, it's working, or at least it's showing that it's going through smooth, but I don't know, man. Sometimes it just does that shit. Money... Somebody's account's called Money for Head? Is that like a Hitman type deal where somebody's just gonna take mine off my body and then just give it to you so you can use it as a bowling ball? Because I would appreciate that, like, not happening. But if it's money for the whole, just like... I wouldn't do it for money. But I would do it for, you know, a nice romantic evening together. And potentially food. And potentially you watching a rom-com and or horror movie with me. So hopefully that's semi-decent. Thank you, though, next. Oh, yeah, for that. Fanta, appreciate the subbies, too. Hey, we got fiber. Let's go! But thank you, Fanta. Much appreciated. Mwah. Big fat smoochie and a big fat hell yeah! Giga Chad, that's what all of y'all are, baby. Alucard, oh my lordy, thank you so much. You just come in here and you're being nice right away. I gotta think of something really special to do for you. I'm really trying to think about this. I've tried to mention this multiple times on stream before. I don't exactly think too good. If you look inside of my head, there's not too much going on inside of there. So I'm gonna give you something even better. Ooh. There, you got to see inside of my belly button. Now you can say that you actually got anime girl hole. Brag to all of your friends. That's a real fucking rarity, man. That's like pulling a shiny Rayquaza. It's perfect. You were looking for money for hugs and that popped up? That's beautiful, man. Cabin in the Woods and chill. See, that's cool. Cabin in the Woods would be a great movie for like the Anne's chill part because I don't like Cabin in the Woods. I think it's a very mid-horror movie and it actively pisses me off. So the second that we'd start watching it, my hand would go directly on your fucking leg. I'm scooching the fuck over and I am, you know, just pursuing other pastures. No more watch movie. I'm gonna accidentally have my ass cheeks just hit the remote a couple times so that way the volume gets muted and I am taking you to fucking Poundstown, baby. It'll be beautiful. Belly for the win. I know, right? I actually got to see my fucking belly. It's not like the IRL one. Poke, 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 poke. This one unfortunately does not have jiggle physics, but that's okay. You like the meltdown scene? You're allowed to like the meltdown scene, but you're also allowed to just be factually fucking wrong. I think that I am in the fucking minority when it comes to my dislike of that movie, though. Me and that movie, we just don't vibe. I would not drive in a blizzard for them. I wouldn't even, like, walk in the other room and just ask them to get dicked down. I probably would barricade their room so that they'd just be stuck inside of it and just mummify themselves, and then that way some archaeologist in the future gets to have a really cool discovery. Probably in a couple of years after I go to jail for, you know, probably, maybe not mummifying a person. Ladies never tell their secrets, but I don't like that movie. I'm sorry. What movie? Cabin in the Woods. That one's no Gucci. Nice house, how much? I know, we're supposed to actually look at it. We actually have 2 different houses, technically, or this is all just one big property. So again, if we get a hurricane, maybe that's going to be a bit of a problem. But we have spot number 1, and we have spot number 2. Let's go over here first. I know that we've been here before, because I remember this pool, but it is quite nice to be able to have such a nice big pool just directly in our backyard. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. We have a private meeting table here too with candles, so that way we can have rituals and stuff like that. Whenever we're starting to have our love just fizzle out, I'm gonna light the candle and do some Etsy spells, so that way we'll have our love just start burning furiously once more. So I'm really happy with that. Oh, we get the fucking creeper cam on the toilet? Incredible. Hang on, you guys stay there for a moment. Why can you watch me actually? Can you even imagine that I'm just sitting here going, and you just get to watch me just do my non-existent lady business because girls don't fucking poop? That's ridiculous. I mean, I guess you can watch me shower too. The shower part's at least a little bit better, so I'll give you pro tips or some kind of shit for that. If anything, though, aw man, I don't think that I could actually do it. Most of the time, if you can end up just pressing your boobs against the glass or pressing the booty cheeks against the glass, that's always fun. Big dumps inbounds, dude. If you're gonna be taking big dumps, I don't know if this is gonna end up working out. At least don't, like, brag about how big of a dump you've ended up having. I don't think that I would mind that so much unless you're being like, hey, Mello, come look at this shit that I took, because I know somebody who does that. There's a friend that I have who, her and her ex-boyfriend were fucking rancid, where they would do stuff like that. One of them would just be like, I took a shit the size of your thigh, and then go show the other, and both of them would just stare, being like, yep, that do be a shit. And then afterwards, they would also end up farting inside of their bed and trapping each other under the covers to just have them suffer. If you fuckers ever did that to me, you would not be able to procreate. I would make it so that way you'd have a secret surgery done that's just gonna make your dick not even fucking exist anymore. That thing's gonna teleport just off the face of the earth and be dissected by aliens. Do not ever. It is so gross. All friend groups have that one person. It is kind of crazy. I was talking about this with a different friend before because I was joking on. One of my friends was just talking about the fact that, like, they don't shower, and I was like, why? Why do you not shower? Baby fucking boy, you need to bathe, you need to smell nice, so then that way when you end up showing your pits, people want to, like, stick their fucking cock in there. You need to not have it where you do this and everybody goes, ah, and runs and screams for cover and then just actually falls over and dies because you gassed them. That's awful, and I do not like it. Yeah, this house is really interesting. So for one thing, there's only blinds, so I guess if we did have like a creeper cam going on, you'd be able to very easily watch people have sex. There's also just like a person watching us have sex there. I don't really like that. There's a couple anime characters I'm down to have watch my just like worlds do whatever. Words are escaping me here today. It's Alcatraz and the words are the fucking prisoners. But I don't think I'd like that. But she classy looking. There's like a hamper that's a little bit messy. There's some cute little odds and ends there, so that's always kind of good. They don't shower. They do shower. But they were talking about the fact that they don't want to shower in a specific instance. And I was like, why not? And they could not give me an answer as to why not. They just kept saying, I don't want to. And I'm like, please, do it. The people are begging you. We don't need this to be like medieval times when everybody just smells like donkey ass and nobody wants to do anything about it because that's just big fucking sad. How's his 8.5? Hey, that's just like me. One of my friends told me I was 8.5 and I was just like, well, inches, attractiveness, height? What are you talking about, man? But I've never forgotten that. Pardon, I'm gonna end up muting here for just a quick second too, so enjoy looking at my voluptuous ass cheeks. Thank you for thinking that my booty is a 10 out of 10. I don't know if I would put it there. I've had multiple people say that I have the nicest ass they've ever seen, and I don't even know how to process that information. It's one of those where I'm like, I'm really happy about that, but I feel like that, wow, I feel like that cannot be true. That, wow, whoa, okay, wow, I felt a type of way about that, Jesus. 9.7, where did I end up losing the points? I want to know that. That's what I'm curious about. Found your Twitch because of your ass. Yeah, I feel like that's, it's not an uncommon thing. 9 out of 10 just to tease you. Hey! Teasing y'all is my fucking job. What are you doing? Easy 9, no contest. Damn, boy. She fucking thick, boy. That's shocking. Like, I knew it was nice, but I was not expecting it to be that nice, man. I guess, thank you. I'm humbled. I feel like I should not be humbled. I feel like I should just be sitting there like, I got an ass cheek. I got 2 ass cheeks. Let's go. But still, you also found the Twitch channel because of the ass. What can I say? I'm fucking special. If anything, what am I talking about? I was gonna make some type of joke. I need to not be a one-trick pony and just be like, guys, perceive me. Now that you've perceived me, I want you to perceive me again. Ooh, I need to make sure that I say some ha-ha hee-hees and funnies and stuff there. The mental damage gives more points. That's so much better. It's not the ass, it's what comes out of the ass or something like that. Better yet, what goes into the ass, except for I'm not actually into it. 9 out of 10, yeah, baby. It's because perfection doesn't exist besides you. You're this channel just to feel that you shouldn't be here? Why do you feel like you shouldn't be here? Are we not, like, having fun and being, like, bros and that kind of stuff? I mean, we're literally on a fucking tropical vacation together right now. By the way, we're going inside of the other house here. This is pretty nice. We got a board, so that way we can get waterboarded. We got a television, so that way we can watch porn. We got a couch, so that way we can watch porn in comfort. We got a nice bush, because I don't have one. Ayo. We got a fucking other board, so that way we can both get waterboarded at the same time. Oh my god! Our butts can just, like, be on the matching seats together. That's crazy. You'd say 20 out of 10? Is that like 10 out of 20 or actual 20 out of 10? Because, woo! Crazy. 10 out of 10 and you're not into butt stuff either? Oh my god, dude. I'm so fucking flattered. I think I need to have a moment here. Give me a second. Alright. Mr. Ass, I just want to sit down and have a real talk with you here for a moment. You single-handedly carry my career. I wish that I could say that that wasn't the case, and frankly, it might be double-handing because you're quite large, let's be honest here. But I would be nothing. I would be at least a little something, but I don't think I'd be anywhere near as, like, you know, prevalent as I am if it was not for you. So I just want to say thank you. Mwah, mwah. That way I can just, like, indirect kiss my cheeks and just give them a big fat, hell yeah. You're very into it, but valid. Let's go. I deserve the degenerate there, I'm sorry. Single-handedly as a stretch, you're pretty funny. Thank you. I'm pretty and funny. Therefore, I get to end up winning something. At least if you have as cringe of humor as I have, you're probably gonna find it entertaining. But if you don't have my cringe humor, then fuck! Which is what we should be doing. Ayo. Number go up is your favorite thing next to gambling, boobs, and liquor. Dude, it really fucking sucks because, like, number go up is just healthy for the brain because it's just like, yes, I'm doing good. Ooh. But you also just have to sit there being like, but number do not always matter. So then that way when you do something bad, you don't just be like, well, this is it. Time to go cliff diving without the parachute this time. Literally kissing your own ass, incredible. If I was flexible enough, I'd probably do it. Am I flexible enough? No, I don't think I am. I was gonna try and figure it out, but I don't think that's gonna work. Your humor makes you feel like an innocent child. Is it because I'm a little too raunchy? I got too much sauce going on. We too spicy, but it's okay. Came for the ass, thank you. People in my DMs do that to me too. Oh god, but I'm glad that you stayed for the person that it's attached to. Hey, I'll give you a hug, thank you, Nightshade, don't worry about it. Have you ever got a really bad cramp doing a stretch? I have, yeah. It sucks. You get a big Charlie horse and you're just like, motherfucker here. I like how everybody's now concerned. It's fine. It's just the life of being a woman on the internet. You'll just sit here being like, I ate broccoli today. And someone would be like, I wish you were eating my fucking nutsack. And I'll just be like, hell yeah, brother. It's really fucking funny for me. The mods are here forever. You stay because you've been shackled here. See, you have to understand, I need you. If you leave me, what do I have? The mods are irreplaceable. They are not allowed to leave unless they want greener pastures, in which case they are allowed to leave. Or if they get busy, or if they get partners, or if they get married, or if they just don't like me anymore. Really any reason. If they just want to take a dip, like, I'm totes down for it. Even skinny dipping, but they need to do that off stream. That's a little too fucking far, man. We cannot be seeing no tatas nor dongs on stream without Daddy Twitch just taking one look and being like, I would never say to Shiru. Shiru Kami, it's so nice to meet you. Welcome. You can be my Kami Yoshi. I know that's supposed to be used for VTubers, but I hereby dictate that it can also be used for fans, and that is now you, Buckaroo. Thank you so much and welcome, welcome. We got another homie too. Oh my god, I'm drowning in homies here today. Most of the time, I feel like people wish that they're drowning in a poussoir, but still. Sans the skeleton, Sans, my boy. Sans, we've had a very long and potentially hard history together, ooh will. Sans, you were my first body pillow. I actually had a Sans body pillow from Undertale, where in one, he's sitting here just looking like this, and then the other, he has his fucking non-existent ass cheeks just poking out like that. And I bought it, and I slept with it most of the nights inside of college. And initially, I bought it because I thought it was funny, but then I kind of just, like, really liked it afterwards. But thanks, Sans. I hope that you have a great day. You wish you were drowning in money? Well, you just gotta twirl out the club for me, and that way I can go, pa, pa, pa. But yes, I did actually have one. I think I still have it. I just don't have the actual insides of it anymore. I only have the outer shell, which is terrible. It's like it just got washed up in the beach, and that's all of that I'm left with. No more soft and cushy. Zena, thank you. Happy 3 months, man. If you were still a book, actually, hang on. You're my favorite book at the library, and that's why I'm always checking you out. Well, yeah, I did a good one. Thank you, though. Mwah. Big Sushi, and I gotta give you a hoo yeah. I did sleep with a boner inside of college. His name was Sans Undertale. He was purple and silky, and I loved him. And it's so fucking cringe, but it's so funny. Hi, Red Vapor. Woo! dude, you are hyped. I appreciate that. Thanks for thinking I look great. That's what Tony the Tiger says to me all the time, except for I'm not a furry and I actually don't like those flakes. They try and make me not touch myself, and I am a free woman, and I want to touch myself. I will not listen to any anthropomorphic tiger saying that I should not. Fuck him. Don't fuck him. That's fucking a goddamn pussy. That's not mine. And I will not be standing for that inside of this society. You know what? I'm actually not standing for it. I'm fucking sitting down. If you're gonna fuck a pussy, you fuck mine, goddammit. Fuck. Hi, Dredge. Did you like my rant? Did you take a little bit of that to heart? Because if you did, you can take me out, and I would 100% be down for that. But hi, it's so nice to meet you. Thank you for following. Damn. I'm so glad that I can get people saying damn when I just sit my ass on the beach. I need to wait for people to just opposite of Anakin Skywalker and just be like, I love sand. I wish it was me right now. I wish I was just the sand just sitting under her ass cheeks right now. Better if it just leaves an imprint on me. Oh, got him. Just like I got lucky. Most of the time, people say that they get lucky whenever they find somebody really cute and they get to spend some time with them. So, hey, Lucky, you're really cute. We get to spend some time together here now. Ooh, fucking ooh. My favorite cereal? My favorite cereal is probably Lucky Charms because it's not sickeningly sweet, and I like the little marshmallows. They make me happy. I actually like the bland part more than I like the marshmallows, though, which is kind of silly, but it worked out really well because I always gave the extra marshmallows to my brother growing up, and then he got to eat those, and I would just eat the plain-ass cereal. But Frosted Flakes are icky gross. It's just like somebody took a foot and just shaved bits off of it and decided to just coat it inside of sugar and gave it to kids. I seriously think that they just supply that from nail salons. That shit's fucking rancid. And then they tried to appeal to the furries because of course they tried to appeal to the furries on top of it. Terrible stuff. Yeah, Lucky Charms are great. I like Reese's Puffs a lot too. And Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa Puffs are so tasty, man. Mello got the old man taster cereal. Dude, I do. I like my cereal how I like my men older than me, and I guess like covered in icing. Something like that. I don't even know what that means, but still. You like corn pops? Why the fuck do you like corn pops? Corn pops are mid as shit. I say this as somebody who lives around corn, man. Like, you can do so much better than corn pops. There's so many better cereals. I like Fruity Pebbles, too. But those are liquid sugar, and every time I eat them, I just start getting wired a little bit. And then I just feel like I gotta run around and go do stuff. Have you seen Paps anywhere? I have not, unfortunately, Sans. If I see him, though, I'll let you know. Right now, it just feels like something's trying to bump on my butt, because I keep just moving everywhere. This sucks. No, what is actually wrong with y'all? Corn pops are not fucking good, man. You gotta get better taste. You gotta go find a streamer who's actually, like, funny and entertaining and get better taste in cereal on top of it. What's wrong with you? Actually, don't think about it too much, because if you leave, I'll be sad. I won't actually be super duper sad. I want y'all happy. And if being happy is not being here with me, that is okay at the end of the day. But I'm still allowed to make jokes at it from time to time because desperation can be funny unless it becomes real, in which case it just gets sad. Time to get back to work. Good luck, broski. I wish you luck at work. I hope that you have the best day ever. To motivate you for just a quick second. Ooh, there you go. Congratulations. That actually wasn't all that good. Ooh. Oh, god damn it. That was closer than I was expecting it to be. That was some Jurassic Park mirror shit. The T-Rex / pussy in the mirror is closer than you would ever fear for it to appear. Oh no. Hi, Razor. Hello, how are you, Razor? Dude, I used to have the Razor scooters as a kid, and I think I have a permanent scar of my ankle from when that thing shanked me. I feel like if you ever wanted to just make people fear for their lives or God or whatever the fuck, you just need to hold one of those. I think if somebody had a Glock in a scooter, and you had the Glock in this hand and the scooter in the other hand, and they were just whipping it the fuck around, I'd be more afraid of the scooter than I would be the Glock. Am I stupid for that? Yes, but that scooter is unfucking hinged. Like, what if he puts it on a chain like a flail, and he just flings that bitch at my calf? Ooh, dude, I'm fucking hurting just thinking about that. we're gonna full-blown just Peter Griffin and start going, no Gucci. Mellow Maple? Why am I Maple? Somebody said that I sounds like a girl called Maple Lel. Lime, how you doing too? Lime, I'm actually drinking you right now, so if you ever wanted to be in the mouth of an anime girl, I got you, babe. I wish I was kidding. I actually have lime tea going on right now. Thank you. Appreciate you for following, homie. In Korea. Hello, Korea. You have a beautiful people and a beautiful country, and I am so grateful that you decided to come to these wonderful parts here with me. So hell yeah. You sound like Mabel Pines. I'm pretty sure that that's what people have said that I sound like. It's that or a fucking character from Big Mouth. And the Big Mouth one pisses me the fuck off because that show is asshole. That show is fucking donkey dick. The fact that somebody even watched it to sit there being like, you sound like this Big Mouth character, made me want to just be like, chat, I can't do it anymore, man. I'm done. I don't know what kind of invisible weapon I have, but and then she drowned because she can't actually have an invisible weapon. Twitch doesn't allow it. Crab walking? What am I supposed to fucking do? I'm on the beach. When in Rome, you do as the Romans do. When on the beach, you act like a fucking crab. That's what you gotta end up doing, man. Izumi, hello, welcome. It's nice to meet you, homie. But mwah, big smoochie to you, and thank ya. What an appropriate crab walk. I know, I can do it again, too. Okay, that's actually creepy. The best one is whenever I gotta make sure that, okay. Are we Gucci? Okay. Yeah, if I end up leaving it here, and I end up having it like this, and then I sorry. For whatever reason, that is legitimately one of the funniest things. It's just ridiculous. I found that out not a crazy long time ago, and I was like, dude, that's magic. I love it. It's so dumb. There's no reason for me to look that stupid, but I am. Dude, you think that that's hot? It's probably the sand and the salt water getting to you, man, but thank ya. You believe there's a way to turn the walking animation when in full body to do something? Well, see, if I'm gonna be walking myself, I end up looking like this. Well, that's at least if I'm hot girl walking. If I was really trying to walk with myself, I should really do. You like jazz? Boom, baby. That way you know that you got birth-given hips, or at least you can fake it, because I do not have birth-given hips. If I'm actually just walking though, it's I'm approaching you. That's all I'm fucking doing. I guess I can walk from behind. You're doing a whole on model show here. But yeah, that's what you get. If I do the animation, that's the animation. So if you ever see the difference between it, that's why. I am rapidly approaching you. I got my four-wheeler, and now we're just going dun, 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 dun. Wait, I should actually do that from farther away. Why are you wooing me? Dun, 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 dun. I need to stop doing the fucking grapefruit treatment. I don't know why that's so fucking funny to me, but I can't. I deserve the degenerate thing here. You want to do it to me instead? Yeah. I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm so self-conscious. I can't. No! You're not supposed to say yes to that. You're supposed to say, no, don't touch me there. Or at the very least, just say that not until marriage, man. You see what's going on? Actually, that's the wrong hand. You see what's going on? Fucking nothing. We can't be whores at a wedlock, despite the fact that that's exactly what I am, but still. This is your no-no square, then we do not touch it. The squares are not for touching. The cylinders, now those are for fucking touching. Unhand me, wench. Oh, Well, I thought that we could just hold hands for the next little bit, but I guess if you do want me to not hold your hand, I can do that. It's okay though. Stop, don't touch me there. Yeah, dude, that song gets stuck in my head more than I wish it did too. No, don't touch me there. Also, pardon, I gotta figure out where the fuck I am. Okay, this is where the fuck I am. You guys, you stay over here. I'm gonna end up getting me some more water, and then we should be Gucci. Boop, 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 boop. Ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Piece of wood.
Where's a piece of wood? You think you can have wood on the beach, motherfucker? You can't do that. That's how bitches get fucking splinters, man. I don't want to get no splinters. My toes are too pretty for, oh god. Oh my god, why am I just like jumping up and down on you? That's not anything I'm doing, Twitch. I want it said right now, if my booty backs up, this is a VR chat glitch. I don't know why it's popping all over the place, but for whatever reason, my ass is just meant for the people, and it seems to just be having a fucking mind of its own here. They always say that your brain is inside of your largest organ, and apparently for me, it's just the fucking ass, even though that's not an organ at all. Ain't that what driftwood is? Yeah, but driftwood's fucking smooth. We like it when it's smooth. Yeah, boy. I like that I can make up for the fact that there's downtime by just sitting here being like, boo, 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 doo, boo, 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 and just doing that kind of stuff. Smooth moves, thank ya. Yeah, your skin's your largest organ because it's everywhere, baby. You got it on your shoulders, you got it on your back, you got it on your tushy, you got it on your fucking toes and all of the above.
Aw, honey. You need a hug.
Why are you trying to hug me when I'm just dancing for you, broski? You're not supposed to be doing that. Normally, you're just supposed to enjoy the view and do whatever else. You got a head on your shoulders, thank you, but also hug good, thank you. That's what I do a lot of the time. Whenever I'm doing any of the dance video stuff, it's just, oh fuck, sorry, that's like too low. There we go, that should be a little bit better. A lot of the times I'll just sit down and I'll just start doing this kind of stuff until I'm just like, okay, that looks decent. I would do it as IRL, Mello, but dude, I get so fucking, what's it called? It's just like, I get so embarrassed about it, and there's no reason for me to be embarrassed about it, but I just like do. Even when I'm fully fucking covered, I can't just be like, oh well, like I fired Metallic last week. You're on your fucking last leg there, bud. I used the other for shark bait because I wanted Goob to have a friend inside of the aquarium. Good luck being a one-legged willy, motherfucker. Lega's gonna get the boat. Lega's not gonna get fucking shit is what he's not gonna get. Hi, sheep. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Oh no, I dropped my stick. You dropped your fucking stick in front of me? Come on, dude. You should be better than this. Ugh. There you go. Congratulations, you got yourself a stick now. I'm so fucking proud of you. Hell fucking yeah. How could you ban him? You lost a mod last stream. I know, I'm a terrible human being. I'm just dropping mods left and right. I just keep dropping people's jaws, and then the mods just have to deal with the fact that I'm dropping people's jaws, and then I end up like dropping my own jaw. And then the mods just have to be like, girl, shut the fuck up. Go do something for once. And then, yeah, we just get to be inside of the positions that we are here. You're glad you followed me? Oh, thank you. It makes me feel so happy. And yet you're still in the basement? It's because you're not allowed to leave me, bitch. Stark, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hey, I was gonna say my cheeks are red and I got a mood of my own. But it's nice to meet you. Thank you. It is an honor to have you following. We're supposed to be house hunting, but we got a little bit lost in the sauce, lost in the eyes, lost in thighs causing demise, even though I haven't tried to guillotine anybody with the thighs just yet. One day, though, mark my fucking words, somebody out there is gonna say something a little sussy baka, and I'm just gonna have to lift up the leg and just be like, right on their fucking skull. If it can crush a watermelon, it can definitely crush a man's head. I'm gonna have to actually see if it can crush a watermelon. I had a stream idea at one point in time for IRL Mello, where maybe it'd be a good one to actually just wear a helmet or do something. But I feel like what would be fantastic would be to try and just crush different objects between my thighs. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to be outdoors for that, but it'd still be a good time. Lost in the booty? Yarg. We're all just fucking lost trying to look for the booty out there. But let's just admire the water for a minute, and let's just admire each other. I admire you guys. I think that you're cool. I think you're swag even. I think that you are magnificent human beings. Specimens of human beings. If I was an archaeologist / anthropologist from inside of the future, I would take one look at you sexy fucks and just be like, this man right here got absolute mad bitches. He at the very least has one mad bitch, except for I'm not mad just yet. Try and piss me off if you dare, but right now we're in a too good of a mood for that. Admire you so much for real? No, you guys, what the fuck? I'm just a dumb bitch who makes too many jokes about her fucking cheeks, man. You're in the way of the water? Oh, sorry about that. Is this enough room? Do you, like, need more room than this, or is this socially acceptable here? I want to make sure that we can keep distance between each other with, you know, COVID regulations and all, even though those are out of here, man. How can you move your maka in the view? Sorry about that. Is this any better? This is the view that you wanted, right? You always just want to look at Anime Girl, and then the rest of it is just whatever the fuck. Good. Thank you. I look so fucking short. God, I don't know how tall you would be if this was the case. I'm 5'4". I feel goddamn puny like this. This is not fun. Do I have any bald spots on my head? No. You wanna smooch my forehead? You're gonna have to part the fucking sea like Moses with my hair. But otherwise, mwah, smoochy. Shorty, hey, be careful who you call short. My fist is at dick height, with most of the time will let me go blah, 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 blah. But in this case, I'll just be able to go wham, 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 wham. Don't fuck with me. You're supposed to fuck me, not fuck with me. Get it right there, bitch ass. If you put your eyes up to the camera, you can taste the ocean. Are you gonna try and do that thing where people tried to lick each other's eyeballs? Because I have glasses, and you're gonna just lick my screen, and I'm gonna be able to look at your taste buds in full definition. I don't think I need to see that. I'd much rather look at the wrinkles on your balls in full definition, because I feel like that's what's gonna tell a story. They're in cursive, and I'll be able to decipher it. You're a foot taller than Mello. Yeah, you are. Now you can get on my level. Now you can get under my level. Now you can get really under my level. Now you can be at, also kind of short. I feel like there's a lot of people who would be probably about, like, here on me. So this is where you end up getting me here. You have beautiful eyes. Thank you. Thank my rigging artist and model maker, Mr. Neway, for making them so beautiful. So that way I can look at you and I can just be like, damn, boy, do you go to this school? Because if not, you should, like, be an exchange student. So that way I can just look at you more frequently. Share a textbook. Start writing each other love notes. Bang inside of the bathroom. Get suspended for banging inside of the bathroom. Get pregnant. Get on TLC's hit fucking drama, 16 and Pregnant. Fuck up our entire lives just like we fucked each other that one time. Hate each other because now we have a crotch goblin that screams all the time, and it's just a constant reminder of us being fucking stupid idiots. Break up, have you move across the state, not pay me child support, have me just be destitute, and then all of a sudden I get the TLC earnings and I'm living a much better existence for the next 4 years before the hell cycle just circles all over again. Pain and suffering. You love the Midwest accent? I'm so glad that you recognize that it's Midwest. Everybody thinks that I hail from Brooklyn, and Brooklyn's pretty fucking cool. I know a lot of pretty Brooklyns out there, but I am a Midwest lassie. I hail from the fucking Upper Peninsula of Michigan, the not oven mitt version, the other version, and it's great. 2010's trash TV hits different. I will never forget inside of one of my schools. This was actually for a typing thing, which is super fucking interesting to me. But I had a fellow student who picked a, like, who is your role model? And for me, I picked John Walsh, which is a very strange thing for me being as young as I was to pick as a role model. But I watched a shitload of America's Most Wanted, and I still to this day think that he's an iconic role model. And I'm gonna explain why. You know what? You're getting my full fucking typing test here before we go explore more houses. John Walsh, to me, is one of the baddest bitches alive. This gentleman went through one of the worst things that a person can ever go through, being that his son was kidnapped from a Kmart and unfortunately was killed by another human being after having unspeakable acts done to him. They ended up having him missing for a while, eventually found the body. Not a good situation. Rather than falling into despair, which who the fuck would be able to blame this man from falling into despair from that? That is beyond awful, and nobody should ever have to go through it. He sat down and he's like, you know what? I'm not going to let this happen to other kids. He ended up creating a bunch of programs that not only have saved probably thousands of children at this point in time, but he created the show America's Most Wanted, which caught over 1,000 different criminals that otherwise likely would not have been caught because he just publicized the stories and made it. That man is such an inspiration. I'm just like in awe still of him being able to take something that horrible and be able to turn it into something that is that good. Man's a fucking legend. So that's the one that I picked. But I had another girl in my class who picked one of the girls from 16 and Pregnant as her inspiration, and everybody was like, why? Why wouldn't that be your inspiration, hon? I do get it more as an adult. But you have to understand, when you're in, like, whatever grade that you're in, and you're just trying to go through and do this, it's just like, honey, I don't think that you should have your inspiration be a girl who ruined her life by, like, getting dicked down way too early and having a lot of problems here. Sounds like a Chris Hansen ripoff. I don't know if he actually came before or after Chris Hansen. He might have been before, because America's Most Wanted was inside of the 90s and I think 80s as well, too. So he was pretty cool. Honestly, I have mad respect for him. I'd have to look up to see who did it first. But granted, again, both of them can end up stopping people. Stopping 1,000+ criminals is really inspirational to me. Hi, DM Prism. It's nice to meet you. You're as pretty as a prism. Get to shine in all the different colors. I get to look at you at all angles, and you're still stunning, baby. Thank you so much, though, and welcome. You're neither 16 nor pregnant, which is good because you're a man. No, get pregnant. Be the beautiful seahorse. Carry the fucking children so that way your wife can still be hot. It's magnificent. That is some oh honey energy. Yeah, it definitely is. Good show for sure. Please tell me she winked at one of the guys. For, like, the girl doing stuff, I don't remember. I feel like it was too young for her to just do that kind of thing, but I'm still just like, that's so fucking funny, man. You get pregnant for the love of your life next. That's really hot. If I had a boner, well, if I had a dick, I'd have at least like half a chub from that, and I wish I was kidding. I actually saw somebody tweet this the other day. This is understandable in specific situations, but I think in other situations it's less understandable. But I want to explain it because I do think that this is attractive. Somebody was defending another person, and somebody else came in and said, why the fuck are you defending her? She's not gonna fuck you, bro. And the girl came out actually saying, actually, I think it's pretty fucking hot that he's defending me. Maybe I would. And I was like, you know, honestly, real and fucking true. It depends on if you actually need assistance or not, but if I was in a bar and if a dude was being weird with me and another dude stepped up and was just like, back off, buddy, the dude who stepped up, I would have a significantly higher chance of just being like, hey, handsome. So I 100% understand that, and I think that that's honestly pretty fucking cool. America's Most Wanted came out in 1988 and Catch a Predator. So my boy, John fucking Walsh, I knew that shit. So hey, you know what? Both of them, again, very fucking cool. But John Walsh cited it first, man. So yeah, Mello for the win. I am happy. The White Knight won for once, honestly. Like, White Knighting, in my opinion, is something that you probably should not do in the vast majority of situations. This is strictly my opinion. You do not have to agree with me on it. if you have a friend, or if you really, really believe that somebody else did something that should be justified, it's fine to put an argument out there, but it's not good to just like jump on it when the other person does not need help, if that makes sense. That's at least my opinion on the matter there. You've had to do that for a few girls before. Nah, and it's really nice that you're able to do so. I've mentioned this before where there's at one point in time where I was waiting at a bus stop inside of the city, and this dude was so fucking weird to me. I'm not even gonna repeat half the shit that he said to me. This was one of the few moments in my life where I was like, this is bad. Like, this is actually something where I'm either going to die or I'm going to have something really, really bad happen to me. And I had another dude who ended up stepping up and pretty much just being like, bro, back the fuck off, and like just getting the dude away from me. And he came back and he's like, you okay? And I was like, yeah, man, I appreciate that. That fucking sucked. It's good that you were here. And there is like, I think about this man at least probably once per month, and I just wish that he has the best life ever. Like, the dude who stepped up, I want to specify it. That should be understandable and like open and whatever. But believe me, girls, we love you so much for that shit. That is not simp behavior. I've mentioned this multiple times. There is a small portion of dudes who are just fucking rancid. They are not good people, and they are just there to be not good people. If you do end up stepping up and like helping a girl out, believe me, you are going to be praised beyond absolutely anything. And it is awesome to be able to go through and do that. Always get to meet interesting people on the bus. Yeah, I saw the amount of drug deals that I saw going down on that bus was fucking wild. One time you saved a girl who was getting beat on. Oh my god. Well, I'm glad that you were able to help her out. That is beyond horrible. Yeah, man, it's crazy. I'm so sorry to hear that you guys are having some difficulties and just been in bad situations like that too. But it is nice when good people step up and they're just like, no, no, no. I've had to do it at work a time or two, where one of my coworkers, back when I was like working at a different job than I have now, she was getting so harassed by this man. This was one where I listened to it for maybe 15 seconds and I just saw the like help me on my coworker's face, and I just stormed up and I was like, get your fucking ass out of the store, man. It's not good. There are just some people who are so fucking weird. Being a nice person isn't being a simp. Yeah, dude, I was reading something the other day where there is a dude who's just like, am I a simp for loving my girlfriend? And it's like, no, you love your girlfriend. Why the fuck is that a simp? Like, it is a big difference on if you and your girlfriend both equally love each other and both equally do nice things for each other and whatnot. That's not fucking simping, man. Plus, she's your girlfriend. You should be nice to her, and vice versa. She should be nice to you. The simping is only when you are treating a girl like your girlfriend when you are not together. That is typically that behavior. That plus white knighting on top of it. We should start hunting guys like that down and call it alien hunting. You gotta be careful with that. The difficulty is that you gotta just make damn fucking certain that bad things are happening. I am a big fan of having bear islands, though, where we just massacre everybody and just have bears eat them once we 100% know that whoever is there is just not a good human being. Simp has lost a lot of its meaning. I think it definitely has too. And it's not like a terrible thing for it to be doing that, but it's still one of those where it's like, the word just does not have anywhere near the oomph that it previously ended up doing. Internet is dumb, you can't win arguments. Dude, even in general, like, there's a solid amount of the time with specific people that just don't even try and win an argument. It's just not fucking worth it for your mental sanity, because they're never gonna get off of their stoop. You can come at them with every single bit of fact, every little bit of logic. You can show just PowerPoints, data, everything showing that you're correct, and they're just gonna be like, nah, I just don't think that's true. And I've just learned that whenever you meet one of those people, just back the fuck away. Just be like, you know what? Believe that chicken nuggets are the Antichrist. I don't fucking give a shit. Just eat a bunch of them. You'll be eating pieces of his soul. Maybe you'll get corrupted. Maybe you'll save humanity. I don't know. Have a nice day, bud. And just like get the fuck out of there, man. It's definitely pretty interesting. Hi, Banana Chicken. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Coat the weird ones in catnip and throw them in the tiger bait. Yeah, it's one of those where it sometimes I I feel like the whole like eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth thing should probably be implemented. I know that there's a state that I don't want to talk too much more about these topics because I want to be able to have like more bright, happy, fun time stuff. But the final bit I'll say is there's a state that recently just agreed to chemically castrate people who are just offenders who are never getting better, and they're just 100% confirms that they did it. I'm honestly in favor of that shit. Why would you let them continue to end up just hurting more people? Now, you got rid of their thing that's gonna, let them hurt more people. I'm personally fucking pro that. I think that that's solid and that we need to be able to do more of that kind of shit. Something stoop to a certain stupid person's level, they have more experience there, honestly. It's easier to argue with a smart person than a dumb person because the smart person's more likely to realize they're wrong. Yeah, and you need to be able to argue with people too who are willing to accept the fact that they're wrong. Like, sometimes it's funny to be able to have an opinion or like state something and you're fighting for it super passionately, but at some point, if you actually are incorrect, it's good to sit down and be like, Mesdames and sirs, I was incorrect. Unfortunately, the facts just evaded me. It was a bad hunt. I did not come home with any accurate information. Instead, I went to the store and I bought falsified information that I tried to pass off as my actual hunt earnings because I did not want to disappoint you. Forgive me for I have sinned, Father, but there is the trutheth, blah, blah. And then that's pretty much it. Can't logic someone out of a position they didn't logic themselves into? Oh, absolutely. And God, there are so many instances of that. It's not even funny. Like, it's just actually fucking depressing to sit down and look at that kind of stuff. People who admit they're wrong are so rare. Oh, and they definitely are. It's something where I'm never going to be perfect about it, but I usually do try and sit down and say like, yep, I was wrong. Oh my God, I actually had that today. One of my friends and I were arguing, because you know all the different Pokemon trainer types, right? So you have just like the ace trainers, the beauties, the aroma ladies. I don't know why I always remember the aroma ladies. I just imagine she's sitting there with her fucking armpit being like, go Blossom or whatever the fuck. It's very silly. So one of my friends was like, there's a slowpoke Pokemon trainer, and I was like, no fucking way, dude, I do not remember a slowpoke Pokemon trainer. And they're like, no, I swear to God that there is one. And I was like, bull fucking shit, dude. And both of us ended up just like typing in a bunch of stuff to try and find it. Couldn't find it. Guess who ended up finding it? Me. There is a slowpoke trainer. He's dressed up as a fucking slowpoke. He's one of the like Pokemon fanatic type people, and I was like, I was wrong, flat out. Like, I'm giving you this fat fucking W. I don't know what else to say. I was so confident too, and I was just fucking absolutely stupid wrong. It sucks. But no, it's good to be able to acknowledge the fact of just like sometimes you are not correct, but it's okay because you can end up getting learned up. And then you can just try again another day, and then it works out. But yeah, he is a Pokemaniac. I was like, yay, that's fun. He is. He's either a Pokemaniac or a Pokefan. Whichever one is just like big into fucking Pokemon, man. But yeah, it was cool. I liked it. One of my friends was dressing up as a Pokemon trainer for something coming up. I think it's like a children's birthday party, and that's what ended up coming up with, like, us talking about all the different trainers and stuff. But it was fun. We should see what other Pokemon evolve by having Shelder bite their tails. Yes! Shelder is one of my favorite Pokemon, too. Strictly because every time he yells, he just goes, Shelder! And it's so cute! That and what that tongue do, baby. I like Shelder. Shelder's a very good boy. We should probably continue house hunting, shouldn't we? I am very bad about staying on topic for things, but I feel like the discussion flows in a way where we just get to enjoy each other's presence. So if you get to enjoy my presence, I get to enjoy your presence. And you know, we got a big, beautiful beach and we got a big, beautiful bitch to be able to also enjoy. Thor Wolf, dude, I was feeling thirsty, and here you are. I'm about to fucking wolf you down. Ooh, will. That's a word, right? I'm pretty sure. If it's not, I always just like to say I was just a little bit too confused because my brain just could not process somebody so beautiful deciding to follow me. Well, thank you so much, though, homie. And mwah! Nanda, I can give you a big fat heart, too, and I can end up kamehamehaing it over your direction. Hopefully you get it in 2 or 3 business days. I don't know how long shipping takes, but hell yeah. You want to say a woo, too? Ooh, ooh, woo. We love that. You appreciate the yapping? Let's go! I always like it when people appreciate the yapping. Seeps, thank you. Happy 2 months, babe. Woo, woo. Thank you. Mwah, smoochie to that. Instead of the big bad wolf, we got the big bad bitch. Yeah, I'm big. The only thing big about me is my fucking head, my fucking eyes, and my fucking ass cheeks. Everything else on me is small. Do you guys want to know some of the most cursed information that will ever come out about me? Absolutely ever. No, I feel like I have to unlock this somehow. I am one of the most fucked up things I could ever possibly say, but mwah, smoochie. Cursed info, yes, no. Small person, your heart is big too, thank you. That's why I have just that little bit of a lump on my chest. It's just because my heart is fucking engorged from too much loving from you guys. Oh shit, here we go. Dude, I really should put this as a sub goal. I'm just gonna do it today anyway. I'm gonna apologize in advance. Oh my god, I don't know if I can actually say it. There's a very, very popular meme from our beloved boy Moan, who I am now mutuals with, and who I was very excited about that fact because man's fucking funny and I just appreciate that. I love his love for Nene. It makes me very happy, and that is awesome. Moan/Monet has a infamous tweet of him sitting down being like, sometimes I just look down at my little ass dick in the shower and just start crying. And semi-related to that, I had an epiphany the other day of, despite the fact that my name is Chongus, I feel like I would not have a big dick. And I don't know if there's any actual correlation between these, but like, I can't fucking say it. Forgive me. I don't know if I can actually say it. I'm so fucking embarrassed. Oh my god, Mello. Say it? No. You can probably guess what I'm trying to say. I don't... Oh my god, I can't fucking say it. I'm gonna just... Okay, I'm gonna just start fucking crying. I can't. I'm freeze. Thank you so much. I appreciate the song. I gotta actually go. Oh yeah! You started to say it but didn't finish because I can't finish. I'm too embarrassed. I lost my chub. It went away because I just stopped looking at the ass cheeks jiggling and I started thinking about the consequences of my actions, and I just have performance anxiety and I can't deal with this. Yeah. Guessing death? No, it's actually not death. So like, oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna. Big dick energy, we got this shit. This is really interesting, and I don't know if this is an actual thing, but I pinky promise you that this actually does relate to something. So, when you are being created as a human being, you start out as a female, and your, like, dick grows from, you know, a different area that the lady bits have. And lady bits and dicks can have... They can have different sizes. And I don't think that I would be Chongus. And I was just sitting there having this epiphany being like, oh my fucking god. Dude, can you even imagine if I just had like a micro? That would be something. Micropeens are completely valid, but for the facts that I am just called Chongus, I was like, you've got to be shitting me. But I actually just sat down and I was just looking at myself and I was like, damn, I really got like nothing there, man. I think that I could win an award for just like the smallest part of that. And like, it works and everything, no fucking probs. But I know that on some ladies, like, it's actually fucking prominent and you can see that shit. I don't know if that's an actual correlation of like, if you did a flippy floppy, you'd be able to have a monster dong if you got like a big, you know, other part there. I wouldn't. Okay, I'm done laughing at myself. I'm sorry. Sorry for your lack of Chongus. See, it's nice because it's just small and cute, but if I ended up just randomly being like, I need to grow a fat cock, I don't think I'd be able to grow a fat cock. And then I just had that realization and I was like, motherfucker, I'm not even gonna be a motherfucker. I don't even have the fucking parts. I don't even think that I'd be able to do anything with it. Oh, dear God. Unfollowed due to false advertising? No. You see, I'm just a dick of a human being. So that way when you call me Big Dick / Chongus Dongus, like, it makes a lot of sense here, man. I promise you, it doesn't even make sense. It makes dollars, man. It's okay, you figured that's what you meant? Yeah. That's what you were alluding to with the depth. See, depth is like the actual hole, man. I figured that that's what you were talking about because that is a specific amount of inches, and I thought that you were just like, oh, she's just shallow. Like, I don't know. I think that part's probably average, but I can't. Just fuck it. I don't even think I'd be a fucker, man. Like, oh my fucking God. This is the most cringe shit ever. It is like, where the fuck are some pens? There have to be pens somewhere inside of here. We need to draw a fucking diagram. I need to just fucking Wendigoon this shit. We're gooning, boys. Except for I need to find some goddamn fucking pens in order to be able to just prove my fucking points and argument and whatnot. Where the fuck? Oh my God. I don't actually think that they have pens here. We're teleporting. Finally, we get to go to another goddamn house because I need to explain this shit. I'm so sorry that I need to explain this shit, but it's very important that I do so. Where actually are some pens? Okay, there have to be pens here. If there are not pens here, then my name's not Mello Mutinus, and I don't really feel like changing my name, so I think that there gotta be pens here, I think. Actually, I don't know if there would be. Okay, hang on. We're gonna try... Let's try this. Boo, boo, boo! Classroom world. Oh my God, wait, I actually do have one of those. Should we go to a classroom world? Okay, you know, we're gonna go to a classroom world. I like that idea. I feel like that's going to end up letting me showcase what I need to end up showcasing here. It's because your name is Mello Mutinus. My name is not even fucking Mello Mutinus. It's Mutinus. Get it fucking right, man. If you're gonna be hanging out with, like, ladies, you gotta at least know their name. If you can't even do that, like, you're not gonna end up doing them. Ooh, got him. Destroyed. Didn't even have to sit on somebody's face to end up destroying them. Awkward moment when you get back to the main point of the stream because you were trying to explain the size of your brain metaphorically. Honestly. Well, again, I still feel like this is important information. It's not at all, but I just want to see if my theory ends up having any amount of relevancy or correctness. You don't even know the eye color? For me? Because my eye color is pretty fucking basic. It's blue, baby. Alright, we're getting our asses to school. I gotta just find a piece of chalk or something. Okay. This will be good. This is how I'll actually be able to explain it. So, like, I'm gonna have to think of a way to do this without getting banned. I think that I can end up doing this, though. So, like, for some ladies, I'm gonna end up just doing this with a circle. I think that that'll be more appropriate. So we're just gonna draw a couple different circles here. Beautiful. All right. So for some ladies, they end up having a thing where we're just gonna end up having it go like that. These are not boobs, these are circles, okay? And theirs is rather prominent. Like, if you ended up then having a dude who also ended up having a circle, like, in theory, it would be prominent, no? So then you can end up having, like, you know, smaller ones kind of like that. And again, if we ended up having the male representation, like, if it comes from the same organ, it'd be a little bit smaller, am I right? So then you can end up having, like, you know, it just gets smaller and smaller down the kind of line and all of this kind of stuff. And then you would end up having this rare special one here that is literally just... And then you end up having the male counterpart. I need to stop laughing at it. But if this is how it's supposed to work, like, we'll go draw another diagram here. If you have, like, this, and you have, like, this, but then all of a sudden you only have like the tiny, like how does this work? This is what I was trying to figure out here. Keck, small pee-pee. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like a phony. I feel like a fake. Like, I should not feel like a fake. I feel just disgusted with myself, and I hate everything. This is the worst epiphany I ever could have had inside of my life. And for more cursed information, I know that this is not fucking normal. Inside of my goddamn family, this is fucking normal. I know how fucking cursed it is that I know that information, but unfortunately, sometimes I hear dudes talk, and I'm just like, I don't know that. I did not need to hear that. But the more I sit there being like, I don't know that, I don't know that, I don't know that, the more that I end up having it burn inside of my skull, and then I end up carrying that information and giving it to you years upon years later. Forgive me for my sins, oh Lord. Big Gunge, hello, welcome, it's nice to meet you, man, but big switchy to you. Why do you have that info? From Bro Talk is really the long short of it. Sometimes when you're a kid and you end up having a bunch of dudes just talking about shit, you end up hearing stuff, especially if you're as nosy as I am, and then all of a sudden you end up hearing information that you really do not want to end up hearing, and then again, it just sticks inside of your brain because you sit there being like, la 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 la, but unfortunately the information just burrows in there and then you get scarred for life. Sometimes science is disappointing. It's not even disappointing. It literally is just making me be like, dude. Well, oh my god, that makes so much sense though, because I'm the only one in my family that has a fat ass. Every single fucking woman in my family has monumental fucking tits. Their tits are just fucking ridiculous, and every single fucking person but me has the most voluptuous melons on their chest ever. And nobody has an ass. Everybody is completely flat inside of the fucking back and stacked inside of the front. And then there is me, and I am not stacked inside of the front, and I have all my fucking stacks inside of the back. I was switched at birth. I look like a complete mixture of my mother and father, so I was definitely not switched at birth, but something is fucking fucky here. Series went downstairs. Yeah, mine migrated to the basement because they knew what my personality would be like later inside of life, and they're like, this is not a penthouse type of woman. This is a woman who's in the dark depths of society here, man. Mello is the enigma. It really is. I am built like a fucking lowercase b. It's really fucking tragic. I think at one point in time, yeah, look at that. That's lowercase b energy. We don't got the fucking va-va-voom. We simply just have the bottom half stacked against us here. We're teleporting over to a new home so we can actually progress inside of our date night where we're supposed to find our dream home, and we keep getting distracted because that's all I'm really good at inside of life, is getting extremely distracted. Oh, let's go here. This is a house that's called the House for the Lads, and that is what we are for. I am an honorary lad. I am dickless, but you know what? I am proud, and the boys have crowned me as potentially being, you know, honorary boy. I actually got an honorary boy card at one point in time where someone's like, you know, you're cool enough, or we're just gonna let you be a bro for a bit. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, my body's shaped like a fucking mullet. Should have been born in the 80s when that shit would really be fucking poppin'. Hey girl, hey! Well, we are back here at the beach full of a lot of wet things. You're welcome for that. Actually, I should be thanking you for that. Oh, sorry. I need to stop apologizing. I need to just own the fact that I'm a fucking dirty whore, man. See, what makes me feel better about this is that there are some times where you just sit there and you just think about stuff. And I have a feeling that if I did just be like, I'm really excited right now and it's all your fault, some people out there are just going to feel their dicks just get a little bit fucking more intense. And I appreciate that because I like being able to give the people what they're looking for. Give some happiness to their penis, baby. I don't even remember what the fuck I was gonna say. I just started thinking about dick and I got distracted by that again. I think that's what I was trying to say, though, is that sometimes it's just nice to have some ladies that are just into the dong, man. There's too many stereotypes of, like, women not being into it, and here we are, actually being there. The apology really makes it, though. I'm glad that you at least appreciate my apologize. my apologize just being like, can I please masturbate with your penis? I'm sorry. And then, yeah. I need to go to church and do a lot of Hail Marys, me thinkies. We monkey we like the booty. I think we like a whole lot of everything. Maury, thank you. I deserve the degeneracy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, behold a door. Behold the secrets to potentially our lives together. If you don't propose by the end of this one, I propose that we go to Taco Bell and I give you a hot sauce packet. Ta-da! Well, let's move me out of the way here. We got a clock. It rhymes with cock, so therefore I like it. We got a chair. Oh, we got the cuck chair instead of the foyer. Oh, that's definitely nice. That way the cuck can just, well, I guess you can actually sit and watch the cuck leave, so that way you get to out-cuck the cock. Hell yeah. I feel like you should not try and out-cuck the cuck, but you know what? Sometimes bitches gotta do what bitches gotta do there. Hot sauce packets are romantic. You know what's really sad? Is I sincerely think that if somebody handed me one of those, I'd probably say yes. Like, I'm not... I wish I was kind of kidding with this, and I'm not kidding with this, and this is also so embarrassing. I'm, like, giving you guys so much fucking shit against me today. Nothing is gonna beat the fact that if I was a dude, I'd have a small penis. That, I think, is just the worst thing I have ever fucking discovered about myself. Oh my god, I have a bonus to that, too. Oh my god, I can't even believe I forgot to mention this one. So, okay. Story time with Mello. I need you guys to keep this a secret between us. Pinkies, okay. Please give me your pinky. Please give me your everything, but the pinky's okay for right now. Yeah, the oh boy is definitely selling it. Part of this realization, I think, came a while back because I remember at one point in time, I went to the lady doctor and I was sitting at the lady doctor's. And if you're not familiar with the lady doctor, you kind of just gotta sit here like this and just wait for him to go in your insides. And I know how sussy that sounds, but it's not like he's putting, well, he is putting things in your insides. The lady doctor's just gotta check shit out. And at one point in time, he flat out told me, he's just like, damn, yours is really small. And I was like, what? I never even thought about it before. And I remember just sitting there being like, is it small? And I ended up looking at a bunch of vaginas online, and I was like, it can't be that bad, right? And then, yeah, I think the actual epiphany just hit me like a ton of bricks a lot later. It's kind of what happens whenever you go through something traumatic, is you go through a traumatic experience, and then when you least expect it, it just comes and bitch slaps you across the face. And that's how I realized that if I was a male, I'd have a really fucking small dick. And I hate myself. I say, like, this just makes so much fucking sense. My fucking dad has mentioned to me that it is a fucking blessing from the Lord that I am not a man, because I would be a disease upon this fucking earth. I don't do anything bad by any means, but I collect the fucking waifus. I am a fucking waifu. I watch degenerate anime. I look at degenerate shit all the fucking time. But again, because I'm a fucking lady, it's cute. It's quirky. We love that shit. And I feel like having... all of it just comes together, being like, man, it is really good that somebody decided to take me out of the oven those 5 minutes early, so that way I just did not grow my appendage. Been the wildest second monitor conversation you've ever heard. Prism, I'm glad that you joined. This is a bit of a wild one, but granted, I'm always a little bit wild. Unfortunately, I feel like I just have been spilling beans tonight that did not need to be spilled, but I like commiserating, so it's okay. Microdick Mellow lore, I really think I need you guys to understand, like, this is not, oh my fucking god, this is something that is just so fucking stupid. Like, I am fully aware of the fact that nobody needs to know this information, but it's just the fact that my name is Chongus Dongus, and I am so likely to have had a micro penis. That is so fucking funny to me, but actually just makes me feel a type of way that makes me really fucking mad and or upset. I am like, come on, man. If you think you're horny as a woman, times 10 that as a man, I don't know if that's correct. I feel like if you guys have seen me at my absolute worst, you would be fucking scared. There are actually, like, I mentioned this last month, I actually actually started fucking crying because I could not deal with being as horned up as I was. And it made me call a fucking therapist because I could not fucking deal with it. So now I have a goddamn fucking therapist that I'm talking to just be like, Mr. Therapist, man, I'm horned up all the time and I'm afraid of fucking sex. What do I do? And the therapist woman actually is trying to help me out. So that's better at least. I cannot believe how fucked up of a human being I am. It's really funny because all my coworkers have like families and kids and shit, and I'm an anime girl on the internet just sitting at home just being like, God damn it, small pee-pee but big pee-pee energy. Yeah, for real, you get like that sometimes. I feel like it's a relatable thing where sometimes you just sit there being like, can you please go down? I swear to fucking God, we looked up boobs on the internet 29 times today. If we look it up too many more times, we're gonna fucking die. We know that 40 is the limit. Somebody fucking died from touching themselves 40 fucking times. Calm yourself. And it's just like, motherfucker, man. Though, again, Mello, that particular bit size is enlarged, determined by testosterone in women, that is. I'm very woman. I don't have very much testosterone. My not testosterone, my estrogen is dominant, so apparently my estrogen is just dommy mommy, and I have a lot more estrogen than, like, normal people would end up having, or your average woman would end up having. I don't know why. For whatever reason, I just got to be superwoman, except for it just gives me all of the womanly powers, and it just makes all my lady bits fucking hate me, except for my tits look great, and I have a fat ass, and that's nice, so I appreciate that. Yeah, 39 is the limit, but I can't recommend that you go that far. That's kind of fucking crazy talk. I think the maximum for me has even been like 8, if that. I know for dudes can definitely go a bit more, which is fascinating, but 8 would be fucking ridiculous. It might even be 6. I think it was 8, though. I think that there was a really bad day where I was just like, I just gotta get this out of my system, but I just could not get it out of my system. Mella's more a woman. Yeah, honestly, it's I don't recommend it though. It gave me PMDD and it gave me endometriosis. So like, don't be too much woman. Too much woman is just it's too powerful for absolutely anybody. We're gonna be honest with yourself. You catch yourself watching TV shows from that reason. You find sex overrated and scary. I'm just scared of STDs and people lying to me. That's what I'm super fucking freaked out about. Which I shouldn't be as scared about it as I am. But I think sex ed fucked me up. And I also, like, I've mentioned this multiple times, but I've had a lot of dudes pretend to be my friends for very extended periods of times to then just, like, do the switcheroony and be an asshole at the end because I won't sleep with them. And I've just been like, I told you I'm not doing this. And then they just do it anyway. And then I'm like, oh, God. That's always one where I want to preface again. I have been very, very clear, just being like, bitch, no. And then they just don't take no for an answer. And then they get mad when I don't say yes eventually. And it's very frustrating on all parts. But again, the fact that people just pretends to be your friend for that long and then do that is horrendous. And I 100% have massive trust issues from that. Yeah, people absolutely will lie to you for sex, though. I am 100% confident in it, and I've seen it before. I know for fucking sure that if I was, like, getting ready to go to Pound Town with somebody, just being like, hey, you'll wear a condom, right? And then they'll be like, yeah. And sometimes people even put them on and then just take them off later. And, like, don't do that. That's not good. That is very, very bad, actually. But there's also times where you'll be like, you're not sleeping with anybody else, right? And they're like, no, I'm not sleeping with anybody else. Guess what they're doing? Sleeping with other people. Unprotected. You get an STD. Boom. Not a good time. Not Gucci. Unfortunately, like, it's good to keep in mind shit like that, but at some point you have to sit down and be like, you know what? It's okay. We can trust this person. It's worth the risk. But again, I've sat there for 3 years and it just does not work well. And then I get sad and then I'm just like, motherfucker. Yeah, it is illegal. Don't do that shit. In terms of like the taking a condom off, it's called stealthing and I'm pretty sure that you can get arrested for it. So absolutely do not do that. If the person says they want a condom, you wear it. If you're not down to wear the condom, do not have sex with that person. It is that easy at the end of the day. They have sushi. That's so cute. Do not wear two condom. Two condom rub against each other and make friction and make holes. So then that way when you spit your fucking goo inside a lady, it ends up making her pregnant. And ta-da! Congratulations, father. Now you're stuck with her and the baby for 18 years. Yay! Don't do that. Bad idea. Just become a wizard? Dude, I will become the most awesome wizard imaginable. I will be the queen of all the witches. It'll be a magnificent experience and I will love my life. Thank you, Contra. No, you do... You're gonna wear the entire pack? I'd actually be interested, where one, to see if that's even fucking possible, and two, to just figure out, like, whatever else the fuck. Also, Phantasma, if you're still here, I'm so sorry, dude. For whatever reason, your little follow pop-up didn't end up attaching for me, or, like, popping up for me. But it's so nice to meet you. You are fantastic. And mwah, big, big smoochie. Thank you, thank you. Also, Abby. Hi, Abby. It's so nice to meet you, too. But mwah, a big, big smoochie for you and a big fat, oh, yeah. So, yay. You've met women, you say put on the condom, and they'll say that they're allergic to condoms or you're allergic to latex, and you say they make non-latex one, and they still say, no, I'm allergic. Well, at that point in time, just don't have sex with them unless you're confident that they are, trustworthy and whatnot. I would say that for anybody, because both men and women sometimes can try and pressure you to not wear a condom, and it's just a lot better to be able to wear one. Unless you're, like, again, completely trusting in the person. And I would not have unprotected sex with somebody if you do not think at the end of the day that, one, they'd be comfortable with you getting abortion. Whatever your stance on that is, that's your own prerogative. If you're comfortable with it, that's an option if you do not want the child. If they're going to be comfortable with adoption, same exact thing. Whatever your stance on it, it's an option. Make sure that you know that that's available. Or having that baby. If you sit there and you're going to bang a woman and she says that she wants to keep the kid and she's always said that and you get her pregnant, you're stuck with the kid there, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. It's a mess. It's like when you keep putting rubber bands around the watermelon. Oh, for fucking sure, man. One night stand child's a nightmare. I cannot imagine. I know that there's shit out there that ends up happening with stuff like that, and that is just like... crazy. But that's my fear, because where most people apparently will look at something being like, oh, 99% odds, I'm fine. I read that same pamphlet and I go, 99% odds. Oh my god, I'm the fucking 1%, and that's not good. I never think that I'm special unless it's in terms of being negative, and that's not a good way to think that you're fucking special, man. There are some things that I think I'm special with. This is probably gonna sound narcissistic of me, but I've had enough people tell me this where I'm inclined to believe it just a tiny little bit. I've mentioned before, I think that there are rare human beings out there who I just call, like, sparkly people, where for whatever reason, there's something about them that just, like, brings people to them and just does some really cool shit. I've had the pleasure of meeting a whopping 2 of these individuals. I don't think that I'm a true sparkle person, because those people are, like, so fucking cool that they're, like, way past me. But I think that I have a little bit of glitter, and I like that about myself. I think that it's nice. It's one of those, I got a weird-ass personality. I like to be able to just make people smile and have fun and stuff, and that's always Muddy Pog. So, yay! Based on your luck, if you had a 99.9% chance to survive something, you'd be the 0.1%. Yeah, that's how I feel too, man. It sucks. Do not wear 2 condom. Do not. It friction bad, and then it break, and then, oh no, you end up getting pregnante, and you do not want to end up getting pregnante here, man. It's really funny, though, because the logic with that is sound. It's like, if 1 condom 99% safe, 2 condom equal 100% safe, over 100% safe. Why didn't I fucking think of that? Why aren't condom commercials just being like, yeah, just fucking stack them up here. Put on a red one and then put on a blue one. Oh my god, now your dick looks purple. Put a little hat on it and call it Waluigi. Bitch will be all over that shit. Ooh, will. But you just keep stacking them over and over until she can taste the rainbow. Ayo. Unfortunately, no. Do not do that. It's 1 and it is done. If you want to increase your odds of protection, condom, birth control. So those 2 together will make it a lot less likely to have a kid. But my fucking friend, and I know that this is an anecdotal thing, my friend flat out took birth control and her partner was wearing a condom, and I think she had another form of like protection on top of it, and she still got pregnant. That is my fucking nightmare fuel. Because at that point in time, you can't even say that like, oh, well, you just weren't being safe having sex. They were being so fucking safe. How does that happen? That is just like the Jesus just trying to come into the world, and it's crazy. Super semen right there. Dude, fucking honestly. The clinic is there just in case. Yeah. And for me, at the very least, I don't usually like to put my beliefs just out there on the table. And for me, at least, I'm trying to think of a good way to put it. I think that if you are against something, it's kind of nice to make the choice for yourself if it has to do with, like, your specific body. I am somebody where I do not like dictating what other people do with their bodies, because why should I? It's their body. At the end of the day, if they want to do what they want to do, that's totally, totally fine with me. I like how my roommate thinks about it, though, because she's really heavy Catholic. She's somebody where, like, she's not very into abortion stuff, where she would not get one herself, but she knows that it's a good option out there for a variety of different reasons and wouldn't end up having other people not be able to have it. I like that opinion and that mindset a lot, because that way she can have her beliefs, it only affects her, and she's still pro letting other people do what they need to end up doing. At the end of the day, I am always a big proponent of it's nice to be able to just look into things before formulating your opinion on it, and if you are against something like that, you can be against something like that. I just think it's nice where, again, if it's your specific body, let the other person just do what they want to do with their specific body. I would say that for pretty much everything. If somebody wants to just tattoo all over their body and make themselves look like a lizard, they might get weird looks and stuff like that, but why would I say no? Like, they're clearly happy doing it, so hell yeah. But yeah, that's at least in my opinion on stuff like that. Best kind of opinion, don't deny people care that they would use just because it's against your beliefs. Yeah, and I think that it's a really based opinion to have, and it's a nuanced opinion to have, but I like whenever people are able to think with that little bit of nuance and just do